Hey guys, I just have one thing to say. May the fourth be with you.
Oh, Richard.
Cody, those Glen Cairns just look so cheap, man. They're not like, these quality plastic cups that I got.
Rick's Adobe cups.
I'll mount your ass.
Ooh.
There.
Yeah, that's way
It was
better.
like a fun time. Here we go.
It is pitch black in there now.
Well, beer blinds up. On second thought, Cody, that was a bad idea. Can you get back up and close them?
It's Rick's fault.
Just close it a little bit. Maybe,
Moved and seconded. Rick goes to jail.
Again, that's the 100th time this week.
You just get out, you turn around, you walk right back in at this point, Ricky. I mean, my goodness. Okay. Everybody knows the drill. No need for an intro. Let's just get into it. Starting with whichever one you guys have poured out of your A.
That was poop.
Well, no, it shouldn't have been poop, Cody. Something went wrong if there was poop in there.
I poured it out of my A.
Oh, I see what you did there. Kind of a dark chocolate. It's like if you made Texas sheet cake, chocolate sheet cake with dark chocolate.
I think I detect some cinnamon in there.
Yes.
The oak and cinnamon.
Bit of like potpourri, a little that tree shaving. It's nice and aromatic. Seems kind of complex so far.
Maybe some almond or something.
I was gonna say pecan. My mom made, but it's like pecans with, I don't know what all's on it, but it's got cinnamon and they just put like cayenne on it, so it's like a sort of sweet, sort of spicy. I kind of get that, but like cinnamon and a little dry heat, but not like spicy, but.
All right,
Let's see. Yep, see what it tastes like.
Fairly complex.
Mine was like almost like texture. I don't know if it's texture, like the viscousness of it, like seemed
Viscosity.
Thank you, Adrian. Seemed like a little bit like thicker than normal.
Dark chocolate, sort of.
I'm getting dark chocolate, oak, yeah, like the pecan or something at the back end. I don't think it like tastes as sweet as it smells.
Yeah, it's not as sweet with just cinnamon like on glazed on the outside or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of drying.
It's like a piece of charred oak that you sprinkle cocoa powder and cayenne on. It's almost just kind of a spiciness, which I guess, and it's more drying, which I associate with cayenne as well.
All right, well, let's go to B.
This one smells great. I'm getting some kind of like rich like pudding off of this one. I don't know, it's like butterscotch or banana or something.
My inclination at first would be to go like more towards the butterscotch side, but
it's like a buttery pudding-ish, like if you had like the vanilla wafers in it, kind of like real creamy, one of those like pudding casserole type things.
I was gonna say like creme brulee or even like almost a custardy sort of smell, but like so it's buttery
with like custardy pudding sort of,
and like the buttery makes it kind of fatty smelling, and there's something like really perfumey off the top too.
This also kind of smells to me like how a sugar cream pie smells after you take it out of the oven.
Now everything smells marzipan, and this is giving me that today.
Let's drink. Enough talking. Let's start drinking.
It's like a kind of like corn butterscotch custard or something.
I don't know what the aftertaste is, but I like it.
It's fairly similar to the smell, but it's not as rich.
In that corn butterscotch caramely sweetness and like a building heat in the back end, baking spice slightly.
Well, I'm getting at the end, it might be like almost like, I want to say like nutmeg or allspice or something. I think I figured the theme out after two. Low proof, sweet.
Got a long finish.
I'm getting kind of like a sandalwood, like a lighter wood flavor, so it's like more beachy.
All right. You guys ready to go on letter C?
You're the boss, Ricky. Whatever you say, just don't beat us anymore.
I don't think this one smells as sweet as the first two.
Chocolatey again. It's like a kind of a thin mint, so it's like chocolate, like dark chocolate with a little bit of leafy mint.
Yeah, I just took a big whiff and like, don't want to say eucalyptus. But yeah, I think mint is like a York peppermint pad, chocolate and mint. So yeah, some kind of floral.
It's like barley or something, or oats.
Anise,
and maybe a little dark fruit.
All right, let's take a sip, or two, or three.
Okay.
Yeah, like a concentrated root beer, sort of. Chocolate up front, kind of evolves into a chocolate root beer.
On the back, I feel like after I've taken a sip, like I've been sucking on one of those like root beer barrels that you find in old timey candy stores.
I do think there's like a black licorice note going on though. Now I'm like so focused on it. That's like what my brain pretty much only tastes. But my first sip of this was pretty dang good. Actually, yeah, it was very sarsaparilla-y and
like, man, this is gonna be hard because I liked all three of them so far.
This one's really tearing me in two. Are we up to D already?
Indeed, we are.
More traditional bourbon notes here, like caramel, fudge, a little bit.
Does anybody else smell like maple syrup?
Maybe
even like agave.
Definitely get the caramel.
What's the dipping sauce you always get with Indian? It's like it's not fig. A lot of times they put cilantro in it.
Tamarind,
almost like that. And there's like a little bit of like a soy saucy fermented kind of slightly sourness to it. Fermented way, almost a little fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a nice range of kind of a short finish. Nice vibrant middle, but it kind of to me tastes like it's like the sweetness from like a diet cola, like that aspartame, like
and like those sweet corn, like a little like cocoa powder, and then like maybe clove or something.
Kind of like the smell, like the taste wise. I feel like it was kind of like the most traditional of the.
Probably, it's lacking like a dark note to balance it out, like either a wood or a leather or. But I like everything I'm tasting. It like you said, Rick, it is like traditional bourbon, and it's missing that kind of maturity component.
What does it stack up with the others?
Feel like I can separate them into two halves, but I'm not sure.
But
let's go back and see which one I choose, and which other, and the others I throw to the curb, kick out of my house.
I'm not sure what Cody's doing, but his head's like half off screen. He's sticking his tongue out, I think.
Yeah.
What if Cody was just like this for the rest of, our life?
Yeah, the mini stroke, and we're making fun of him, and he's dying on camera or something.
Yeah, the chocolate's really receded. A little bit more honey than I remember last time. Yeah, I don't know. This might have been like first one of the night.
Yeah.
Does seem kind of unremarkable now.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't either. It's just
there's just no kiss like the first,
First sip was like buttered cornbread this time.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know, I can't remember if we said like buttery the first time around, but I definitely get that.
Butterscotch, like half butterscotch, half corn pudding. This one's also less remarkable in the second time through.
God damn it, those taste so like not that different now, and I'm not sure which one's which.
Adrian got the Eagles stuck in my head one more time.
Woo, there's that anise note.
Mm-hmm.
Get on your anise and tell me you love me.
It's like a dark chocolate pudding with like a real concentrated root beer.
Well, I think I figured out what this is reminding me of, and it's reminding me of things that taste young, specifically Balcones pot still. Yeah, it's like anise and like, God, it's like rotting banana peel.
Oh. Ew!
In the background.
Gross.
Oh, or you know what? It actually kind of reminds me of is olive, black olive. Yeah. I know Cody's gonna look at me like I'm crazy. I don't care. Now that this is the juice out of a black can of black olives. That's what that note is.
No, I get you.
Stuff is a little more actually like viscous and rich. It would be a lot better, but kind of like the profile. You know, I don't think it's like 12 years old, so it's still a little thin. You know, some root beers do have anise, some small amount of anise in them.
It's definitely interesting, more so than the A and B's were on Revisit.
Oh man, that smells like. Oh, to me that smells like way more like butterscotch to me. That's what I'm smelling, is that corn.
No sweeter than it tastes like one of those standard ass. Like, what do I say about this? Tastes like corn and powdered sugar kind of bourbons. That's probably the least interesting one out of all of them to me. When you said butterscotch, I kind of could see that, but I don't get it on the taste.
I think it's just like the corn, like.
Yeah.
Rick, how about
I'm sorry, did you say something or?
you? Yeah. Just. I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna fart at the end of that, Cody.
Yeah, I got my rank.
Ricky! Take your time, you little bitch.
I did.
This one comes down to me again to interesting versus what I would rather normally drink. I kind of like that, but it's like it seems boring because like, well, the other three taste like it, and this one's actually interesting.
I know.
So you really, like, overweigh that.
Yeah, I'm the guiltiest of that differentiation bias, and it's really hard to be objective about it.
So here's my order. I know I'm going to get crucified for this.
Paper and pen, because you know we need that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with what my gut said, but
It's okay, Cody. So you're not going to be graded on this.
maybe I should.
Except for the internet forever.
So my order is C-A-B-D.
What?
You said
C-A-B-D.
Wait, what was your first one?
C,
C. Okay.
then A, then B, then D.
ACDB.
I think me and the internet opposite.
Yeah, I know. I know. Figured that out from your comments, but
I'm going B, C, D, A.
wow, this might be one. This is one of
The most diverse.
Yeah, one of the more diverse.
So, like, I thought B for me was clearly above the others. It wasn't that interesting, but it had like it was the most rich and like creamy and kind of buttery. And then C was the most interesting, but the more I drank it, the more it was like, as I said before, it had a good palate, but it was really thin and a little drying. It's like the more I drank it, it was really a case of B versus everything else for me in the end, even though it was really hard to even determine B as the winner. And then it came down to D and A, and they're really similar, but it could go either way for me. D is the least interesting out of all these, I think, easily for me. But A just felt over oaked and drying to me. And that's why I chose D over it.
It's a man's bourbon, Cody.
Rick's order is the winning order. Again. Like several times in the last several. For me, A, B, and D were all similar profiles. To me, A had the strongest flavor of the three. The woody note, I was expecting myself to get tired of that because I when things get drying at the end of the night, that I usually fall victim to that, but it wasn't happening here. And when A, B, and D are all tasting kind of the same because my tongue is tired, A was the one that like still had something unique to say compared to the other two. B and D to me were so damn identical. And C obviously C is the winner. C is the one that was like definitely the most different. And so I sat for a very long time being like, should I make C or A number one better? What would you rather drink on a given night? Versus what is more interesting led me to putting A above it.
I didn't dislike any of them, and like I said, any of those three, I think, but I did like B better, but I wouldn't say it was like amazing. I just thought it was a little more, like I said, when I got a lot less of this the more I drank it, but the first time I like smelled it and tried it, I tried like custard, pudding, you know, it smelled really good, it smelled rich and creamy.
Well, I think I'm finding out that I really, really like the root beer, cola, anise flavor profile. So I guess it was just not only did it stand out, but it stood out in a way where it had flavors that I love. A and B, I chose A over 2, and just I guess I just am starting to like the oakiness better, and then D was just like, and I know it's like, I know it's similar to B, but it just, I don't know, just tasted like plain Jane to me as far as bourbons goes.
What do you guys think the theme was?
High barley content.
I don't even know if that's true. Probably not. Actually, honestly, the theme here wasn't particularly strong. These are all
bourbon whose stickers are colored green.
Last time where we did it's not the shelfers that are always there, and it's not the most premium thing they made. It's something in the middle. And instead of last time we did it, it was like they were all like 108, 115 to 120 proof. These are all 100 to 105 proof.
Yeah, you could tell.
They're not yet as hot. So
I was like, I'm enjoying these. This must be perfect.
So the worst one is 2XO,
which is what?
Phoenix Blend. This is the one that the guy who founded and was the master distiller of Kentucky Owl left to create this brand. So this is the Phoenix Blend. There is now Innkeeper's Blend, which is out there and is getting better reviews, but it's not a cheap bottle. So I figured I'd pass on it till we knew if this one was any good. So second worst is, okay, we haven't had this company in a while. Four Roses Small Batch Select. The other one, by the way, was 104 proof. This one was also 104 proof.
I know they're known a little bit for like floral, peppery kind of. Didn't get that at all in B.
A, which was second place, it's the woodiest one, is Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. That was the oakiest one, I guess. Single barrel, and it's
like
101 proof because everything Wild Turkey makes for some goddamn reason is 101 proof.
The best thing about Wild Turkey is Matthew McConaughey.
Well, that ended actually, Ricky.
What?
That ended this year. He is no longer on contract with them. I'm sorry.
He's gonna have to do his Lincoln commercials.
Yeah.
All right, and so number one.
I don't know.
Wouldn't you know it? So C, the one that tasted really odd, is Bulleit Single Barrel, which is 104 proof again. So 3 of these were 104 proof. Bulleit has now pulled out 2 recent wins, and I would not have expected anything from the single barrel. I'm like, okay, barrel proof won because it was good high proof and everything. Barrel also won.
Adrian, to your point, hey, guess how old that one's gonna be?
Say what?
I said to your point, guess how old that one's gonna be? Probably.
How old?
Probably 4 years, if I had to guess. It's not going to tell you. Don't look at it.
Oh, is there no age statement? Yeah. That's weird because it didn't at all have the flavor profile barrel strength that I remember anyway.
I'm a cheap date, Ricky. I picked the $50 one.
2XO is the only one out of these I'd say is expensive. I don't know, man. But
Mario, are you the way that you are?
They're all considered pretty desirable. I was hoping they would be more interesting at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like wild, Kentucky Spirit's not easy to get. Small batch select you can get pretty much anywhere.
Yeah,
for those who track Wild Turkey, this is Warehouse K. Because that's really important to Wild Turkey fans. So, all right, there it is. We gotta go and get into movie night.
Craig's probably waiting on us.
What the hell? None of them are on?
I gotta piss real quick.
You're never gonna
listen. Either you like something or you don't.
To be a taster at the Whiskey Awards, you'll never be able to invite. You'll never be invited to rank Four Roses Small Batch as the best bourbon ever.
I mean, there were two that were like, it came easy towards the end for me, and then the other two were like, yeah, could be either or, probably, depending on what day it is.
Squeeze my. It's up to you.
We need to get you to do one of these, Ricky. Do a Twitch stream, and then we could have a video that doesn't have me and Cody talking too much in it, for once.
We could just set you up as a streamer, Ricky, and you got one of those fancy like stream rooms behind you. It's like the neon like light. You're gonna be wearing like big light up glasses, but you're gonna just have the same personality. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna play some Castle.
Hey guys, I heard this Redfall game is pretty bad, but let's just see how bad it is, guys. Let's see.
Last year, I'm pretty sure my mama duck. She just likes to be on her own. She had a male last year that was walking around with her, and then at the end of the summer, she hid back behind my house, not right where she is. She's literally built a nest this year, but she was just hiding in the bushes, and the male would just run around with his wings out going wah, 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 trying to find her, and she was just I think she just literally ghosted him. It's this guy is so annoying. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
This male duck for about a month would just run around every morning to all the houses quacking. Where'd you go, baby?